All right, beautiful people, it's another exciting moment. Don't forget, it's always scintillating when we talk about political chat room. We'll bring you political news at your doorstep. This morning is going to be explosive with Honorable SABUR Akанbi OLUWA, Honorable Elect Lagos State House of Assembly at Jeremy Cons 22. Everything you still need to know, how far it's faring, what's happening so far, you will know. Keep it locked. All right, good morning, Honorable SABUR. What's happening?
Nothing's happening. Something good. Everything good is happening.
What's it like being in Lagos State House of Assembly?
It's been a very surreal experience. Professionally, I'd worked in the corridor of this position for a couple of years, and I know what being in this position entails and how to navigate through. So it's been a very insightful experience.
All right, we did promise a whole lot of your fans, so to say, Lagosians, especially Nigerian Cons 22, that in your 100 days in office will ask you how far so far.
At the time of our inauguration, the Lagos State government had done the budget for 2024. And at the time that budget was being conceived, I wasn't in the House of Assembly then, and I couldn't have had any input in that budget. However, I've been able to reach a couple of departments of government ministries and agencies to come to our aid in terms of projects and intervention. And I must say that some of these ministries and agencies have started turning up. And also this year, there's been a couple of projects that's been done ongoing now. And I want to say it's a new dawn, and we're going to have a couple of new things coming to our Jeremy through all of these things, because now we're able to ask for some of these things, and we are being heard.
All right, interestingly, I know viewers will want to know one or two of these projects.
You want me to let the cat out of the bag? I will not specifically say, but I will say one. We have the regeneration of the Tolu School Complex going on now. That school complex has been in existence for close to 40 years. And we've not had any major project there. But now we are having a series of intervention going on there, and I must say this school complex, having over 20 schools, has raised a lot of people in this community, and we can't allow it die. We also want people to have confidence in public education, and some people may not have confidence also in public education, but they cannot afford private education, and we cannot allow them lose hope. That's why we need to, as much as possible, if not bring public education at par with private education, we should be able to make it very good for people to learn, conducive for learning.
How true is this idea of getting free forms or having to pay for WAEC for students?
I am not very aware of if the policy has changed, but the last time I checked, since '99, the Lagos State government usually will pay for WAEC for students, and that has been the culture. If there's going to be a policy shift, or there's been a policy shift, I'm not really aware yet. And I tell you, these are ways that people have benefited. Some people have benefited through these things and gone to do good things. And I would say that we will always advocate for things that will benefit everybody. Some people who have benefited from this scheme don't even know anybody from anywhere. They just have their kids in public schools, and they benefited from these things. And I don't know if there's a policy shift. If there's a policy shift, I'm sure we will be properly informed.
Okay, the good thing right now is, how do you see Ajurumi if you look at the constituency 2, which is your constituency, in the next 2 years, 3 years, while you're still in office?
It's going to be very different, really. And what I mean by it will be different is that we now have a voice in the state government. I've been able to reach people in government, in ministries, or the programs that are being done by the government to, come to Ajiromi constituency too. I know during the campaign period we had a couple of conversation, and I said the geographical location of the constituency too also have been inimical to our development, sort of, because firstly, this area is either you're coming here or you're not.
Yes, yeah.
It is not on the way to anywhere.
Yeah.
So sometimes when things are happening here, people don't even know. We have to be the one to let people know this is what we need in that area. The governor may be passing through VI or passing through Cyril area, and he will see something that should be done, and he will call the attention of people who should do it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will have any cause to pass through this place. So we need to beat our own drum and make as much noise as possible so that things that are due to us come to us.
If you have the opportunity to take this job all over again, to recontest, would you do so?
I will be very happy. It's a privilege, really. One of the reasons why I contested for this position is because I believe that I have the capacity to do the job. And also, I may not have to contest for election, but what moral justification would I have to say someone is not doing it right if you know you have the capacity to do it and you refuse to do it? So it comes with its own ups and downs, but by and large, it's for people who know these things, they know it's service to the people.
All right. What's your biggest challenge right now?
My biggest challenge now is orientation and people understanding the role that they have given me to do. But for societal pressure sometimes and the way we are wired, we just have to weather the storm.
So you're still good. You still have the capacity to keep going on.
I still have the capacity to go on, and over time, some of these challenges, I'm sure, will nip in the bud.
All right. For Ajiromi Constituency people, what do you have to say to them before I close up the curtain?
What I have to say is that I know the expectation is very high, and it's just but natural, that the expectation should be high. We have a major infrastructural deficit in this area, and some of these things will start happening, but will not happen overnight. I'm sure that some of these projects we're talking about will start happening this year. Some have started happening, like the regeneration of Tolu School Complex have started happening. I don't want to say a couple of things we have lined up. I just want to see it as my duty to do and not just take credit for it.
All right. I want you to score yourself before the end of your tenure. What I mean is, after this whole tenure elapse, out of 100, what do you think you can accomplish?
So it will be unfair for me to score myself. When I'm done with this first tenure, if I decide to put myself forward again for election, I think that will be a referendum.
All right, you heard the Honorable keeping his words, doing what he knows how to do best, giving the 100% guarantee that he's got the capacity. And for those of you watching us right now on Political Chat Room, you know what this is all about. The business, the deal is on, and it's good to go. Honorable SABUR, let us talk about the security issue, especially in Ajiromi constituency too.
I would say that we are truly blessed in Ajiromi, in Ajegunle. Let me say Ajegunle. Looking at the population vis-a-vis the number of security personnel we have, and also looking at where we really are as people, if there's any economic downturn anywhere in the world, especially in Nigeria, one of the most hit will be Ajegunle because of our economic situation. But we're very resilient people, even security-wise. We're under policed, obviously. The entire country is under policed. But you see at night that there are a couple of, even during the day, there are a couple of security outfits that have, or I don't want to call them security outfits that are doing the job every night. You will not go anywhere and not see it relatively secure. You know, if anything is going to happen, if there's going to be a shock, security shock, for instance, or there's a security breach that may overpower some of these operatives we have already on ground. It happens, but there's always a way to absorb this shock by I think we have the police, we have the vigilantes, we have the OPC, we have several outfits, and the beauty of it also is that everyone knows everyone around here.
So let's shift to the economy. What do you have to say? Nigerians are willing.
I've spoken a little about the economy in my previous question. It is not. We're not in the best state right now. You know, the devaluation of the currency, and then people are not making as much money to cushion these things. Obviously, places like Jeremy, Ajegunle, we face the brunt every day, and sometimes when people are unable to go anywhere, or they don't know what to do, they look for their political office holders, and you can imagine the kind of pressure that comes to me. However, I hope all of this will be mitigated very soon, and there's always going to be intervention program, just like I do. I don't have any access to government funds. I only receive salary from the government, and out of my very little token, I've been able to reach out to people, or I reach out to people every now and then. I set aside a good percentage of my allowance and salary to reach out to people, and also do programs, just as I promised. A couple of programs that we did during the campaign period, a lot of them have not stopped, and we've even stepped it up.
Right. How do we provide solution to this whole menace? Because the menace in the society.
It's a problem. And I don't want to allude to myself the power I don't have. My position is a very small position. However, I will keep talking talking to the Lagos State government to find a way to alleviate some of the sufferings. We are lucky people. We are resilient people, and we are lucky that the people are very resilient. We weather the storm. We know that we have faith that things will get better, but I don't want that faith to wane. I want to see action, and the only way to see action is not by handing money to people. It's by making sure that the economy works for everyone.
Okay, the issue in the Tolu complex, I'm talking about students having to fight, the street fight thing. How do we cope this whole situation?
It's a problem we all have to deal with. We cannot leave it just to the security agents. These students did not fall from heaven. They came from different homes. And for as long as I can remember, there's been that issue. And I think for a very long time it was kind of curbed. One of the reasons why we have the Tolu School police station in place there was because of that issue. That land or the property was given to the Nigerian police so that we can have a police station very close to the Tolu School complex. And when that police station started, there was a drastic reduction in that menace. However, this is a societal problem, and sometimes we tend to, not look at the root of a problem. I spoke about orientation earlier. We need to do a lot more in terms of orientating the people, and also letting the students as well. The security agents cannot be everywhere. I've studied that issue over time. And I know that sometimes when the students see that, they try to look for areas where they don't have anybody or any secret agent around, and they start the problem or the craze, I call it. The only way to curb this, these students are going to be released into the society very soon.
Very soon, yeah.
And when they do, if they're not properly reorientated or orientated, and they feel that this is the way it works, and that's a recipe for disaster.
All right. There's not going to be any room for disaster, definitely. I want to thank Honorable Sabo for giving us his timeline. He did promise it's going to be accessible even when he gets into office. All right, Honorable Sabo. Interestingly, the Ajomi Filoni local government chairmanship election is coming up next year. What's your take on it?
I'm very excited about that election, and I'll tell you why. I'm excited because there's been a turn in leadership, really. After my emergence, or when I contested for the House of Assembly election, a lot of youths became confident in the political system, and then a lot of them are beginning to vie for position. These are people ordinarily that wouldn't want to run for election, but a lot of them, seeing a youth like them running for election, now they also want to run for election, and I'm excited to see the outcome of that election. In politics, the more the merrier. The more candidates that emerges will give room for choice. It's people to have choice to pick a better person, and I wish all of them all the best.
All right, do you have a candidate? Do you have a choice?
I don't have a choice.
Who do you think is the best man for the job?
All right. This put me on the spot, and I have been misquoted a couple of times when I talk about this issue. Firstly, I don't have a candidate. It's so funny that most of the people contesting, they're my brothers, my friends, and God knows I wish them well.
All right. You heard the honorable side of very diplomatic, but I think in your heart you've got a candidate, you know the best man for the job. The election is coming next year. I want you to guarantee residents there's going to be a free and fair election. No chaos.
There's definitely not going to be any chaos at all. You firstly need to understand how the political system works. It's just that most of the political actors now have taken it a notch higher. Ordinarily, the selection process is usually an internal thing. It's a political party thing. If you're not even a member of the political party, you cannot participate in that selection process. But the way they've taken it now is more or less looking like a general election. So internally, definitely, I am very positive that the best candidate will emerge, because it's not going to be party as usual or business as usual, rather. Yeah.
So your last word to viewers right now.
My last word to the viewers is that I'm just barely 6 months on this House of Assembly seat, and I'm working assiduously to make sure that all the goodies we can get from the state government comes to us. However, I'm also not resting on my hours to rely only on the state government. I'm also doing a couple of intervention programs. Just watch out, and it is not selective at all. I put out most of this notice out there for people to walk in and benefit. So it's not, don't allow just the political class benefit from these programs. Please take advantage of it. Thank you.
All right, beautiful people at home, this is State Political Chat Room. I want to give a big shout out to members of the crew. No, let me the show for camera, but my every other person. King Songo is in the house, the head logistics. I have Sabuj, editor, head camera. I have Chinedu aka Fedeko, and of course I've got the big fish, Honorable SABUR AKANBI. It's been fun. Thank you. All right, beautiful viewers, you heard from the horse's mouth. He has said it all. There's a whole lot of challenges, but it's still got the capacity, the tenacity to keep going on and on. That was Honorable SABUR AKANBI Olluwa. Keep it locked. See you some other time.